Recognized.
Consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Speaker, I thank my very good friend from Tennessee, Mr. Duncan, for yielding me time, and I thank Mr. Clay for his management of this measure. And I join with my colleagues, Ms. Lofgren, and the Republicans who have joined as co-sponsors of this very important resolution. A week ago at this time, Mr. Speaker, there were no fewer than 14 major fires with hundreds of thousands of acres on fire in Southern California. As we know, nearly 2,000 homes were destroyed in those fires, and we went through a number of very, very challenging days through last week. And while we still have fires raging, we have had a great deal of success. We've had a great deal of success in the aftermath of these fires due to the stellar leadership provided by Governor Schwarzenegger, by President Bush, and our Secretary of Homeland Security, Michael Chertoff, the Director of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, David Paulison, and a wide range of other local governments involved. And I have to say, the leadership of our congressional delegation has really been a great example. We're joined on the floor here by my friend from San Diego, Mr. Bilbray, whose district was impacted. And last Thursday, I had the privilege of traveling with our colleagues, Senator Feinstein, and I see Congressman Filner is here as well from San Diego, and others who joined with the members of the San Diego delegation who were there to have the chance to see firsthand the devastation that was caused by these fires. Brian Bilbray is someone who has time and time again stepped up to the plate to deal with challenges that he's faced in the San Diego area. And what we saw last Thursday was another example. He was able to take the Governor of California and the President of the United States to meet individually with those who'd been victimized by the fires, and for all of us to join with Mr. Filner and Ms. Davis and Mr. Issa and Mr. Hunter in talking to those firefighters who've come from all over, not just the state of California, but from around the country. Now, Mr. Speaker, the state of California is the state that is best equipped to deal with the disaster of fires. And I say that because California has this very unique structure known as a unified command. Now, what that consists of is, rather than having these disparate firefighting organizations come into an area and take on the issue of dealing with fire, the unified command means that the highest ranking fire official, the fire chief in a particular area that knows that county with the canyons and the valleys and the challenges geographically that they face, is there to provide the direction and the leadership. And that is the reason, Mr. Speaker, that we've had such success within the past week in dealing with what was described by a 36-year veteran battalion chief from San Diego as the worst fire that he'd ever seen in California's history. And I also want to say that I express appreciation to our colleagues from all across the country. We have, again, firefighters who came from around California and around the country. And I know it was in large part due to the encouragement that our bipartisan Congress, the members on both sides of the aisle of the Congress, from both the House and the Senate, have provided in encouraging these courageous firefighters to come forward and provide the assistance necessary. There are going to be challenging days ahead. As my colleague Ms. Lofgren said, Mr. Speaker, we obviously are going to have to deal with continued fighting of the fires, but also rebuilding. And there also will be, I believe, a very important debate as we look at the days and weeks and months ahead. And I'm talking about the challenge that we face in dealing with disasters. We know that fire is just one of the multifarious disasters that we deal with in California. They're disasters that hit other parts of the country. I think that we need to have a debate on the role that the federal government plays in dealing with these disasters. I've talked with a number of people who are interested in now getting involved. The Center for Strategic International Studies, John Hambry there. I've talked with Director Paulison about this. We have, again, a great deal of work, but at this time, this resolution is designed to focus on the fires in California and express our appreciation for the support that has been provided, and also our thoughts and prayers with those who've been victimized by this. So, Mr. Speaker, I thank my friend for yielding, and I thank all those who've been involved in supporting this resolution. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.